So I just wanted to say thank you for everyone that's here today, and welcome to the celebration that my grandpa had once. So we all know Abuelo. He was a crazy person. From his dancing, from his singing, and making jokes all the time. He never let his spirits down, whatever happened to him. He was always happy, just the happiest man alive. But today we're here to celebrate the life he had. We all had a reason in his life and reasons why we were a part of it. But the memories I had from him being a family man and to him being the greatest grandpa a girl could ever have. Today we have brought his ashes with us today, and then his favorite hat that he always wore, and then a picture of him, his best picture that he ever had, and then his favorite things on the side. And then at the bottom, you can't see it, but it says Memorial Cancer Society for him. Well, I don't know much about his life that he had before I met him, because when he moved, I was only probably about 10 years old when he came to Kansas. But what I knew from what my parents have told me, and then my aunt has told me, that he was a really great father. He had 3 kids, and then he took care of his wife, my abuela, which passed before I was born. He took care of her for 20 plus years until the day she died. He worked very hard to make sure that his family had food on the table, make sure that his kids had money so they can go spend it on the stuff that they need, the necessities, or if they wanted to go spend it on candy, they could. He had a happy soul, and he was always dancing. He had a hobby of playing bowling at the league in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. And he had a passion for watching baseball, which was his favorite team was the New York Yankees, which where I got my love for it from him. And then out of nowhere, he decided to watch the White Sox. Don't know where. And then he also had the passion of watching boxing, which I learned from my parents that that's what they love in Puerto Rico. They love boxing. And then to watching horror movies. We'd go to the movies together, watch them all the time. Or you could walk into his room and then you'll hear women screaming because someone's killing them in the background. From my point of view, he was the best grandpa anyone could have. But from the moment he moved in, he always took care of me from day one. You could tell he was trying to make up from the years that he missed from my cousin and I's life. It was the little things that he spent time with us. He always took us on dates, like family buffet, the Chinese buffet here, to taking us to the park to play, or even taking us outside to play tag or whatever we were playing, like with bubbles or climbing trees. We had a tree called Old Yeller. I don't know why, but we had a tree named Old Yeller. And then sometimes he would occasionally come up to my room and play with me with whatever I was playing, so I could have been playing house with Barbies. Or I remember when I was little, I had this game. I don't know why, but I would set up my cash register in the middle of my room, and then I'd find whatever piece of junk that I didn't like and set it up all around my room so he can play grocery store with me. And I'd give him fake money so he can buy it from me, and then he can take the items away, and then he'd eventually bring it back and say, you need to restock your items, so I'd restock my items. And then he always treated me like the woman I always needed to be treated. He'd always tell me how I looked beautiful every time I got my hair done, or I'd come home with new outfits that I bought from the store. And especially when I'd go to homecoming or prom, he'd yell, "Wepale! Look at her! She looks beautiful! Look at this beautiful granddaughter that I have." Or he would even, to the point where he would comment on Facebook posts about how beautiful my mom and I looked, because we literally looked just alike. So it was just a little mini her. So you'd be like, wow, I wonder where you get your looks from. He was always on my side to when I would go to my meets for cross country and track when I was in middle school. He wasn't able to go because of his illness, but I knew from him being there in spirit, I knew he was there yelling at me. Even if he was there, I knew he'd be yelling at me, "Go, Paula, go, you got this," even though he probably didn't know what was happening. And I always knew he was there from the sideline watching me dance. Even when my mom would post Facebook videos of me dancing on the field, he would always watch them, and I always come home and be like, "Wow, you did so good. You're such an amazing dancer. Like, wow, where did you get this talent from?" And then he would always asked me how I did on my swim meets. I'd come home every day after practice telling him how I was doing in swim, and then after swim meets he'd be like, oh, how was your meet? I tell him my time, he goes, I have no idea what that means, but it sounds good to me, so I mean, you're doing good. He was always impressed with what I was doing because he didn't know where I got the dedication from. And I always told him, well, I mean, I have a family of fighters, so of course I'm gonna find myself fighting for something, so. But with everything that he went through, he was always supporting me on the side, and no matter what, even if he wasn't there, I knew he was there watching me in spirit. But without a doubt, he was the man a girl wanted in his life. Even though Ola has passed, we are here to celebrate the life that he had with everyone all loving, with all the loved ones and all the people here that cared about him once. He was the best Ola a granddaughter could have, and without a second chance, I would relive all the moments that I had with him. And he left a mark on us, and we'll be forever grateful for that. Thank you.
10 out of 10.